This is just that time of year that seems to like blow by. What am I trying to say? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm outside in the cold because my house is too overwhelming right now. Kind of is a great pivot for what today's video is on, which is a brain dump. I've been feeling so overwhelmed lately. It's just been a crazy season for us. We had some friends in town last week. We just got a puppy. Like, things are just feeling out of control, and it's obviously only going to get even crazier heading into the holidays and the new year. This is just that time of year where time like ceases to exist and things just go so quickly. All of a sudden it's middle of December and all of a sudden it's the new year. If you're anything like me, it's really hard to just focus on yourself right now and check in with yourself without getting too overwhelmed. So I really wanted to sit down and do a brain dump, and I thought that would be a good opportunity to do a brain dump with you guys too. So this is my guided brain dump. I have the free template on my website. I'll link it down below that you can follow along with me. I'm going to be using it on my iPad and just taking notes with my pen, but you can of course print it out or just use it as a reference on your phone and like take notes in a journal, which I also do because I take notes everywhere. I have to write everything down all the time. This brain dump is more kind of big picture brain dump, just general check-ins with yourself, how you're feeling, major to-do list items, what you can kind of knock out right now, how you need support in those various areas. So it's not as granular and specific as some of the other brain dumps that I've done. I love those. I discovered brain dumps through Michelle B. So if you don't know who she is, I'm gonna link her below too because she's amazing. Brain dumps have been so helpful for me, but I wanted to create one that helped me kind of take that first step. Sometimes if you just jump into a brain dump or a to-do list and it is so specific and there's so much on it, it's really hard to just sit down and be able to do it all without getting too overwhelmed. So I wanted to create something that was just a little bit of a breather. Take a step back, take a look at how you're feeling right now, take a look at what needs to get done, and start prioritizing things so that you can start doing those smaller brain dumps maybe, or just a regular to-do list, and start really knocking things out. But this is for when you're just so overwhelmed that you don't know how to start and you need some guidance. So hopefully this video is helpful for you, and let's just jump right in. Okay, so when you're starting on page 1, the first question is just what's going on right now. And I really wanted to start off this brain dump with you and me, because I use this all the time, checking in with myself and acknowledging how I'm feeling lately, whether that is overwhelm or rushed, or if I'm feeling behind, or if I'm like really enjoying things at the moment. So that's what this question is. So just write down however you're feeling right now, whatever's going on in your life. We've been having a lot of friends come in and out of town lately, so having the house really clean and organized for when guests stay with us just become a huge priority and kind of pressure point for me in the past month or so when it hasn't before that. So that's for an example, just how things that are going on with you can impact your pressure levels and your stress levels. So what's going on with you right now? All right, once you have that list kind of taken care of and just a general, all of the things that are happening right now, you can move on to the next question is, what do I need to get done? So kind of in reference to what we just wrote about. So like I mentioned that we have people visiting, what I need to get done for that is to clean the house, set up the guest bed, you know, figure out food, I guess. I also wrote down vet appointments because our dog has been going, she's a puppy, so she has a lot of vet appointments. So that's been going on. So what I need to get done for that is actually attending these vet appointments, making sure my work fits in around it, so I'm still getting all of my work done without feeling guilty about going to the vet appointments. Also, the holidays are coming up, so that's what I have going on right now. What I need to get done is I've decided to ridiculously challenge myself to make all of my Christmas gifts this year, and I feel crazy behind. I started in August and I still feel so behind. So that's what I need to get done in relation to that question. So the next one is who is waiting on me. So I can think of a few texts that I need to respond to, so that is something as well that I need to get done, or some emails that I need to respond to, or family members that I need to reach out to confirm holiday plans, so that kind of thing. Is anyone waiting on you? Alright, now that is the first page done. Now getting into the second page gets a bit more granular. So the first question is, what are my current frustrations? So what is actually blocking you from completing the things that are on your to-do list? And this can be emotional, mental, physical, like any of the current stressors or frustration from. This is just like highlighting what's really going on, what those stressors are in your life, so that you can take a step back and maybe remove yourself from any of those stressors if they aren't completely necessary, or to figure out how to approach them in maybe a different way so it's not as heavy, like breaking up tasks. Like I don't need to clean the whole house in one day, but maybe one day I can just do the dishes, the next day I can just do the laundry. So what are the current frustrations? What's really overwhelming you right now? So the next question gets, again, just more granular. What do I need to get done around the house specifically? This might not apply to you if you keep your apartment or house like spotless. I don't know anyone who does that, so I feel like there's just always something. And as you're going through this, make sure you're thinking of like chores that you need to get done, like routine chores, but maybe even some like major projects that you're putting off, like hanging up decor or fixing a doorknob that's loose, cleaning out the drains, cleaning the bathroom, that kind of thing. So the next question is, what do I need to save up for? I know I do a lot of impulse buying and shopping, particularly when I'm stressed out, because it's just a good way that I kind of cope with things. It's not the healthiest way, but it's how I cope with things. You know, like a quick run to TJ Maxx or a quick Amazon splurge. This is big picture. What are you actually saving up for? What are your future goals? It takes you out of the overwhelm that's going on right now in this instant and lets you take a step back to really figure out where you want to be in 6 months, 1 year, 5 years even. What are you saving up for right now? What are your goals? Okay, so now we're on the final page. So the first question here is, what do I need to clear out? This again can be mental, physical. It can be this fence post that's just been sitting here for months. Maybe putting that away in storage. But what do I need to clear out? maybe the kitchen, organizing all of those Tupperware lids, any of the like clutter and noise that's kind of going on around you, because that of course affects our mental clarity and overwhelm. Like if your space around you is overwhelming, then you will also feel some overwhelm. So maybe this is a good opportunity to clear out your closet, organize all of your Christmas gifts already, and just get them into their own space so that they're not taking up room in the rest of your house. Dog toys, we have those everywhere. I feel like I'm writing down like all of the rooms in my house. We have a pretty teeny tiny house, so things get really cluttered really quickly. Couple that with the fact that I stress shop, and you can imagine, I ended up trying to just focus on very specific areas. Like my little office nook gets really chaotic as I'm just kind of throwing things into that corner and telling myself that I'll be able to clean it up later over the weekend. And then of course over the weekend I don't even want to go near my little office nook. So something like that, you know, like what room are you avoiding? And sometimes it's really obvious, like your little office nook, like during the weekends you don't want to go near your office at all. Even just like your fridge, and it's a bit more subconscious, but you know, every time you open your fridge you get kind of stressed out because things are everywhere and you can't find what you're looking for. So really sit and think about this. So the next question is, what do I need to do for my health? Again, mental, physical, spiritual health, whatever this means for you. I know I always feel better when I've done something active. Lately that usually just means like 5 to 10 minutes of just stretching in the morning, because it's kind of all the time that I have right now in between taking care of the puppy we have and work. So that's all the time I have allotted for right now. I used to be able to really allow for like half an hour in the mornings, and that's just not fitting into my schedule right now. So I've had to pivot. So what do I need to do for my health? I mean, you don't have to go to these big, like, I'm gonna work out an hour a day kind of things. It can be really small tasks and goals for you. Like, I want to read 5 pages a day, or I want to write in a journal just like 1 page a day and kind of knock it out, or want to write like a to-do list for the day and just have 3 bullet points. I used to do that a lot too. So just 3 bullet points for what you want to accomplish that day. It does not have to be these big, grand, life-changing goals or resolutions. These are very small things that you need to do for your health, just to kind of maintain low stresses and to keep that overwhelm in check. This is just kind of trying to bring down that list. I know it's adding things into your to-do list, which seems counterintuitive, but these are the things that relieve your stress. These are the things that relax you. Maybe that is just going for a walk, getting a cup of coffee, you know, whatever that means for you, but just make it easy to add into your routine, but something that helps you relieve that stress. So the last question is, what would help me right now? This question is kind of a biggie because it could go in any sort of direction. Like, we could all use more money and time. What would really help you right now? Is that taking a break more often? Is that stepping back from work maybe and, you know, not staying late, like setting clear goals that you won't be staying late at work? Is it some support from your partner or friends in your life that you can maybe reach out to and just ask for help, or ask to just hang out sometimes because you just need to get out of the house? What do you think would help you right now? Maybe it's reading, catching up on a podcast, designating time in your day to do one of your favorite hobbies. So that is the whole brain dump. I hope it was helpful for you. I know this is sort of a big picture brain dump. It doesn't get as deep and granular as some of the other brain dumps that I've seen, but for me sometimes it's a helpful step to know that I don't have to go from 0 to 100 into all of the little tiny to-dos. Sometimes it's just helpful for me to take that big picture and really look at how things are going. So I hope this was helpful for you. And again, the link to download this free template is below on my website. I really hope you guys found some value in this. Drop a comment below on maybe what has surprised you that came out of the brain dump, or just if this was helpful in general. And like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and as always, take time for yourself. Thank you all so much for being here.